Good morning, welcome to the garden. So I'm in a full process of moving some things around, doing a lot of sweeping up. I've made a big mess with a lot of dirt, but I'm gonna do a bit of planting here. And I thought I would just take you with me as I do some planting before I sweep up. I might as well plant and make a big mess and then finish sweeping the garden, I figure. So one of the things I'm doing today is replanting this container that I made as a little like fairy garden for my daughter. It's not really working. Let me show you how it's looking right now, and then I'll show you my plans to sort of revamp the container and what I'm thinking about doing. This is what the container is looking like right now. As you can see, it kind of overgrew. The moss grew more than I thought. It's really happy, which is wonderful, and the little house got buried and everything. So I'm going to take out my little fairy garden supplies. I'm actually going to put them just over here. I think my daughter might just have more fun playing in a little area on the pavement, and then I will figure out some more fairy garden situations for her. I'm just not quite ready yet. And this is a bit of a learning process. Oh, I got dirt already all over my face. This is a little bit of a learning process for me as far as what works for a fairy garden style. So I'm actually gonna deconstruct this container. I'm gonna move the hen and chicks into a few different places. I do have actually a tiny tomato in here, and I am going to move that as well over to my little hay rack where I've got a bunch of tiny tomatoes right now, so that'll be good. I love this little like clover. This is a really cool plant. It's really pretty, and I really like it. So I think I'm going to keep that in the container as well, and then I'm going to add in a few more plants. I'm going to move this. Gotta find a good pot where I want to put this moss. It's so pretty, isn't it? I might even stick it over by the container pond because I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of a good like container pondy type of plant. So I gotta sort of do a little bit of thinking when it comes to that. But as far as these really cute little hen and chicks go, I have a couple pots. Like, let's see, I have this low pot right here where I have a lettuce, so that could be a great pot for it eventually. Right now, of course, the lettuce is still growing, so I'm not going to pull the lettuce out just yet, but I just like for future reference, a little low pot like this is great for those kind of hen and chicks plants. I think I am going to stick the Nemesia in this pot as well, so I may put some hen and chicks in this container. Yeah, I'm just going to flip the camera around and talk you through this whole process, but what we are going to do is put in this container one of these really pretty garas. So this is the Beliza white, and I did actually put this gara in another container, so I want to kind of pick up on that and have sort of a repeat of the gara. And gara is just a really pretty, like floaty, airy summer flower. It's gonna be really gorgeous to have right here in sort of the front of the garden. Sorry about the mess. As I said, this is a cleanup day as well. So I'm gonna put that. I'm also gonna put a Serena Rose Angelonia. Beautiful, and I think really pretty with the gara, because the gara has these little bits of pink that sort of pick up on the same color as the Angelonia. Then one of my Nemesias, as I said, I think this was called like a mango or tropical. And then I also have a blue Scavola, so that will be for the front here. And then sort of toward the back where it gets a little bit more part shade, I'm going to put one of these yellow ice, I don't know how you say that, Tazova? I don't know. But that'll be kind of toward the back where it's going to get a little bit more shade. So we're just going to fill this beautiful galvanized wash pail full of these plants and take out some of these other guys and find new homes for them and just move everything around. I'm going to start by lifting this moss. Look at that. I'm going to go put this over by the container pond. kind of clean my mulch back up a little bit. This always happens, you know, you get the whole place mulched and then, you know, you end up spilling dirt. And the only issue with the cedar mulch is that it's so light in color that it kind of shows when you make a little bit of a mess on it. But this, I think, is going to be really pretty. Hopefully that moss will kind of spread and help to anchor the container pond and make it feel basically just like it's been there forever. That would be the goal with that. And then we've got the sweet potato vines and the coleus and all of that stuff coming around. Okay, now I'm going to transfer these hen and chicks into some pots. I'm just gonna pack them nice and full in there and then let them kind of grow on in different places in the garden. This is a cute little tiny pot. I thought it'd be cute. Put one little guy right inside. These, I believe, are perennial too, so they're gonna keep growing all along as the season goes along, which will be fun. And then we'll take the Nemesia out of here. Put in the potting mix. Get this hen and chicks right down here. All little babies. And it's gonna have room to grow. They're kind of getting a little beat up by this process. They're getting a little overly shaded by everything. I'm just gonna rinse it off with water and it'll be fine. Okay, I had a couple rocks in here that were part of the container garden. Okay, then we gotta take out our tomato. I'm gonna pop him somewhere else. All right, let's start planting. So we've got this really pretty little clover, which I'm going to move over here more toward this side of the container because I want my taller things up along the back. So that's going to be the Gara, which kind of is going to go kind of toward the center. I'm going to put an Amnesia up front here. I'm going to stick this whirlwind, not whirlwind, this is just a blue scavola. Stick the scavola up at the front. I'm going to put the Angelonia back here, and I am just packing this container full because I want this to be a really big impact container. It's kind of right when you walk in the garden. This is one of the first containers you see. So I want it to really stand out. And as I said, this is sort of part shade back here, but I have my chairs over to the back, so I still am able to see that. And then I'm just gonna fill this all in with soil. This is gonna be a really fun, colorful container. With a lot of different kind of textures and flowers. Just really whimsical. Super excited about this. Hey there, so it's a few hours later and got the garden all cleaned up. Everything was watered and has dried off now. And so I wanted to show you the final look of this container. I'm coming out here just doing a little pruning and things out in the garden. I'm already loving the look of it. It's just a big basket full of flowers, and I know it's going to get better and better as the season goes along. So let me show you. So here is all planted up We've got all the different colors and everything is just mixing together. I think it's gonna be so pretty. I went ahead and repeated a little bit of it in this pot. So I put one of the scavola, one of the little yellow flowers here, and the angelonia in this container, just to kind of try to tie things in. And then hopefully the Gara will go ahead and tie in with the Gara that we planted in that big container. I'll link the video where I planted that one with all the details of that container. But yeah, already I feel like the whole garden is just starting to get a look. Now, the garlic over there is not looking so great, and the peppers and the eggplants in this front bed are still coming up. But I'm gonna actually plant some more seeds in there. But other than that first bed, there's a lot of fun happenings. I do need to grab this out of here. This is actually a lemon balm, and I'm going to be taking this up to my my green stalk planter up on the upstairs patio where I have a bunch of herbs. Lemon balm is a really cool plant that I've not really used a whole lot in the past. I love mint, and I feel like lemon balm is kind of in the mint family, and so I want to try doing like maybe some lemon balm tea or different things with that. I'm excited. I just spilled a pot. The only problem with so much container gardening, I spilled that little tiny pot where I put the little hens and chicks or whatever you call those, but that's okay, I'll clean that up. In general, I feel like the garden is starting to fill out. Some of the spaces are getting more, I don't know, more cohesive than others. I actually love this bed with the radishes and the foxglove, which is starting. And there's a few other really fun wild things, like this morning glory in the hanging basket is starting to really take off and do some fun stuff. The eggplant hanging basket is coming along. My blueberries are coming along, and I'm also starting to see the first like flower stalks for some of my echinaceas and black-eyed Susans. And really exciting, a bud here on my ranunculus. So this is ranunculus that I actually started from seed, and it was one of the only times I've been patient, but I've been patient and let it grow, and looks like we might get a ranunculus flower, which would be really nice. But anyways, that's just kind of an overview of how the garden is looking at the moment. We've got some good stuff happening, good things growing. I've got some plans for this bed. So between those plans that I'm excited about and then getting this container potted up full of flowers, yeah, good stuff going on. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.